This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, the State Revenue Secretary is on the show today to talk about the upcoming election. Hi everyone and welcome to FYI. I'm Ken Kara, Janine Mazurkevich, and Lisa Sugart will be joining me today. We start with news out of Butler Township. It began as a call for an argument involving a gun. It ended in the arrest of 2 men and the confiscation of guns and 230 packs of heroin. Butler Township Police responded to the call Thursday morning at an apartment at 417 South Hunter Highway, which is on Route 309 in Drums. The building's landlord told police that 25-year-old Alex Albert Victoriano of that address engaged in a confrontation with him and pulled a revolver. The gun was taken from him by 23-year-old Jonathan G. Vega, at which time Victoriano then grabbed a nearby machete and continued to threaten the landlord, striking him in the face several times with his fist. Police were alerted that Vega was hiding something, and Vega was taken into custody after he concealed a duffel bag of evidence of guns and drugs. The apartment is known to police after previous incidents. Both Victoriano and Vega were arrested and lodged in the Luzerne County Prison. Now to Pennsylvania's Revenue Secretary, who spoke with our Lisa Sugart this morning after he was done taping a new Sam Lasan show.
Pleased to be joined by Pennsylvania's Revenue Secretary Dan Muser. Secretary Muser, the election is fast approaching, and what do you see as changes that are occurring as we get close to that election day?
Well, fortunately, a lot of changes for the good. The latest polls have showed Governor Corbett's message really getting out, and some excellent improvements in the various polls that take place. Many here in the East and in Pittsburgh and statewide are showing the governor continue to make this a very, very close race. And everything we expected, because frankly the governor's policies and actions and record as governor was entirely in the interests of Pennsylvania families. And fortunately, we're spending the money, and the governor's on the road constantly, just getting the word out that he's working for Pennsylvania families.
Now, people got to see the 2 candidates go head-to-head in 3 debates. What impact do you think those debates had on the upcoming election?
I think they had a great impact. They showed that Governor Corbett is highly engaged and knows the details of his policies. On the flip side, they saw that Tom Wolf has some good commercial lines from his TV commercials, but there's no substance to the plans that he has. And people are seeing that. Editorial boards are seeing that. They're not endorsing him as they tend to do in the past. And so we really think that people are seeing that we have a real person whom is working in the interests of Pennsylvania families, and then somebody else who's just saying the things necessary to try to be governor.
What are people saying directly to you? What are their biggest concerns as they head to the polls?
Well, they think that there's a continued misinformation out there about the governor's education spending. That always polls high and is a popular issue, when meanwhile the governor, for the most part, most people I think now understand the governor actually increased education funding. Also, the impression that's trying to be, again, misrepresented by our opponent in this race, that the governor doesn't tax companies enough, particularly the natural gas industry, when meanwhile we're now bringing in, between taxes and fees, double the amount that was being brought in under the previous administration that Tom Wolf was a part of. So I think people are seeing that the curtain is being pulled away, and that the so-called, a Wizard of Oz analogy, the sheen is being pulled off, and people are seeing that there's no substance to what the other side is trying to sell.
With so many important topics on the burner before this election, do you think we're going to see a good turnout at the polls?
I sure hope so. I mean, we're pushing for that. That really will make the difference. And there's a lot at stake. This isn't just another election. There's Tom Corbett and Tom Wolf really couldn't be on opposite sides of the spectrum. One wants to keep taxes low. Tom Wolf has pledged to raise taxes. One wants to make Pennsylvania great competitively and increase our job base and workforce, and which in the end helps helps countless number of Pennsylvanians, and also helps our revenues. The other wants to do it the old style way of overspending and overtaxing. And frankly, the method, the plan, the strategy of Tom Wolf's, we've seen the results of that in the Obama administration. Even President Obama is coming in to campaign for Tom Wolf. Most other Democrats around the country are running from Obama. He's embracing him because he believes in the idea that you can spend your way to prosperity and overtax job creators and cave to special interest. It's really a stark difference and in their governing styles, and what it means to Pennsylvania families will be very different as well.
Thank you, Lisa. Now you can see Revenue Secretary Dan Muser on the Sam Lassand Show beginning tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. and 8 p.m. on Channel 13. You can also go to our website, ssptv.com, or our Facebook page to watch episodes anytime. A bridge at the on-ramp from I-80 eastbound to I-81 northbound is on the list of bridges chosen for fast-tracked reconstruction in the next 4 years. Instead of the normal 8 to 12 years for a bridge replacement, this new program targets simple designed bridges allowing for quicker completion. PennDOT has selected 558 bridges across Pennsylvania for this new bridge building program that marginally focuses on rural areas and northeastern Pennsylvania. The bridges on the new list are either labeled structurally deficient or they are expected to be deficient soon. Well, there were pumpkins, superheroes, skeletons, and more. It was all part of the annual Halloween parade at Bailey's Bark Park in Hazleton. Dogs and some of their owners came decked out in their favorite Halloween attire. We talked with Bark Park member Susan Andes and the winner of the Pooch Parade, Kathy Corrigan, and her best friend Jasper.
We just wanted to do something. We do little events throughout the year. This is just a little Halloween pet parade. And we had a pretty good turnout, about 15, 20 dogs, with the winner being a lobster.
He's a 6-year-old Chihuahua. He's my sweet baby.
What's he like? Tell us a little about him.
He's perky, crazy, loves to play. Very friendly for a Chihuahua. Meets everybody. He's like the ambassador.
For winning Best Costume, Jasper and his owner received 1 year free membership at Bailey's Bark Park. Susan encourages everyone with a pampered pup to take advantage of this special place for pets.
The best thing about the Bark Park is that it's just totally secure. You can let your dog run free. The membership, it's only $55 a year, and I get to use it maybe at least 10 months a year, depending on the weather, but pretty much 10 months a year.
For more information on how to become a member, you can log on to baileysbarkpark.org or call 570-582-4225 and leave a message. Here's news from the desk of the Foster Township Supervisors. Residents from Foster Township who want to see the map of proposed wind turbines in Upper Lehigh and Eckley can stop by the municipal building on Wyoming Avenue during regular business hours. The Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts is putting on a very interesting show, and if you win these tickets, you have to let me know all about it. Get in the Halloween spirit with Carrie the Musical, based on Stephen King's story, Carrie. We have 4 tickets for you for Carrie, and you can pick what night you want to go, October 17th, 18th, 24th, or 25th at 7 p.m., or the 26th at 3 p.m. To win 4 tickets, call 570-455-7267, extension 104, and tell us you want the tickets and leave your full name and phone number to be entered into the drawing. And if you don't win but still want to see the show, you can call 570-454-5451 for reservations. The Standard Speaker, they're our media partner, and they're also a great place to get breaking news about your hometown. You can pick up the paper, or you can log on to standardspeaker.com. Coming up next, we hit the gym with Janine and Christy Book at Core Fitness, and you'll want to stick around for sports to see the show Nord Schuylkill put on Friday night.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Monday, we're back here at Core Fitness talking about getting you healthy, living a healthy lifestyle as we head into the winter months, and we seem to maybe eat more or be a little bit lazier. We want to come out here and work out, get some tips with Christy and company, right?
Right, and we don't want those big bulky sweaters and puffy coats just yet.
No.
So we're going to talk
Ever.
about today osteoporosis,
Okay.
myths and facts. In the older population, it is a big concern, especially in women, the fragility of the bones, and partly our diet starts to rob that calcium from our bones. So fractures become a real possibility over the age of 35. We're pretty much done with that bone density adding in, but you can strengthen it. Okay, so once you hit 35, you've kind of maxed out, but you can still strengthen it and get to a place where you're safe and healthy. So there's a bunch of things that you can do. Number one, swimming is fantastic. It takes all the stress off your joints, and pushing off the walls, that's going to give you that push into the bone that you need to create that bone density. We have no pool here, but that is a very good exercise if you're worried about it. Also, any sort of weight-bearing exercise or stability on, using your own body weight, that is going to help you, as well as lifting some light weights. So what I have here is a Bosu balance trainer. It's a half of a dome, and it's going to challenge your core to stay up straight, and that's going to reduce your risk of falls.
Now, anyone could use this, any age?
Any age can really use this. What I recommend is, if you're in that older population, that you bring it over to a wall or a stable surface that you can get one hand on. And then you can learn how to stay on it. But you can see that it's already challenging my core, so I have to kind of rock back and forth just to find the center on it. So my abs are engaged, the sides of my waist is pulling in. And what I would do as you got better with this is I would incorporate some weights in even one hand at a time while you're holding onto the wall. Now, obviously not everybody is going to have one of these at home, so what you can do is you can take a towel or a blanket and roll it up into like a round roll and place it on the floor and stand on it that way, and it's going to create that instability that you want to have.
Right.
Also, on the knee push-ups are your own body weight exercises. Push-ups against the wall. You can do walking lunges across the floor, planks on the knees.
Okay, you're going to have classes, your beginning classes for the more mature.
Right. We actually just got approved for silver sneakers.
Okay.
So coming this fall, we will be offering silver sneakers for that older population who has that health plan. And also my business partner, Kim Slesser, will be incorporating a senior fitness class, a Golden Hearts fitness class, and I will be doing a basic Zumba, and those will be in the middle of the day. So it's a quiet time at the gym. It's nice for the older population to come in if they're not that comfortable in the gym. It's a very quiet time here, so it's a good time to come work out with us.
Yeah, come ask questions. You could either stop by here at Core Fitness right on Broad Street or give Christy a call. Next week, we will see you back here at Core Fitness. We're talking about
Senior fitness.
senior fitness again here on FYI.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
It's getting colder. Last week I watched It's the Great Pumpkin. Charlie Brown and Lisa Shugart has her heater at her desk. All signs that Halloween is almost here. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight there is a 50% chance of rain after 10 p.m. The low will be 44 degrees. On the extended forecast, 80% chance of rain on Tuesday. We'll get up to 57 degrees. 70% chance of rain at night. The low will be 45. Another 50% chance of showers on Wednesday as we get up to 53 degrees, and we'll keep that 50% chance around at night, the low of 39. And on Thursday, scattered showers, 50% chance, high of 50. Thursday night, a slight chance of showers, the low 41. And then Friday looks nice as of right now, partly sunny with a high of 55, and at night, partly cloudy, the low will be 41. I have been so hungry for spaghetti lately, and then I found this out. The annual Drums Lions Club all-you-can-eat spaghetti dinner and homemade meatball dinner, have to throw that in there too, is coming up on November 1st at the Butler Township Fire Company from 4 until 7 p.m. The cost is $8.50 for adults, and it's free for children 5 and under. You can get your tickets from a Drums Lion Club member, or you can get them at the door. Takeouts will also be available. Also tonight on the community calendar, the Cunningham United Methodist Church is having a Christmas bazaar on November 1st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The bazaar will be held at the church on Main Street in Cunningham. There's going to be a bake sale, crafts, a basket auction, and more. Lunch will be available, and for more information, you can call 570-788-3960 or email cunninghamumc@ptd.net. And now, here's the green screen for the day your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers. The daily 644, the big four 8156, Quinto 29181, and treasure hunt 5, 18, 19, 20, 25. The FYI Football Rewind is after this break.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
It's time for the FYI Football Rewind, and this week we are going to take a look back at North Schuylkill's win over previously unbeaten Jim Thorpe. The Spartans are now 8-0 on the year after their 43-0 victory. Here's the highlights from Fountain Springs. Before we jump into the action, let me ask you this question. Is there anything more terrifying than a Spartan Bane? Good job, sir, on winning Fan of the Week and possibly the year and setting up some Batman-themed highlights. Here's a throwback to the 60s Batman. Biff, pow! Jim Thorpe's defense holds the Spartans on 4th down. It's John Lowen who helped put a stop to this drive. Riddle me this, who has the ball for the Olympians? I believe it's a toss to one of their wide receivers, but riddle me that, why is the ball in the air? It's a trick play, and the quarterback, Shane Snitsky, makes the huge grab. Bruce Wayne's father once asked him, why do we fall down? The answer, to pick ourselves back up. On 3rd and goal, the Spartan D stays strong. Major Jordan makes the stop, and the Olympians would miss a field goal. On the next drive, it's North Schuylkill's Batmobile, John Rapinski, who gets the offense going with this huge gain on the ground. The Spartans also have a bat plane named Bobby Gregus. He airs it out to Commissioner Tevin Murray for the first touchdown of the game. Spartan Bane loves it, and honestly, I was freaked out when he pointed right at me. Deshae Basra in The Dark Knight Rises. That's what they chant when Bruce Wayne is trying to get out of the pit. According to IMDb, it means rise. Rapinski is raising his stats here with another big run. This one is for a touchdown. On the next drive, it's Gregus going back to Murray and the Spartans. They're the heroes the Anthracite League deserves and needs. Some men just want to see the world burn. The Spartans are on fire, and they continue to be the hottest team in the area right now. They are in our highest grade of the coal scale, the Anthracite grade. And hey, look who joins them this week. Marion, they move up in the coal scale. They fought their way back from a 14-0 deficit to beat Tamaqua area. They fall into the bituminous grade after a tough 14-6 loss to Blue Mountain. And for the second straight week, Monoy area lost a 14-point lead to a good team. In the lignite grade, it's Hazelton area. They lost to Wyoming Valley West, and Shenandoah Valley, they fell to Lehighton. Ron Marchetti, he brought a lot of cool things for show and tell today. He likes to call it trivia treats.
Mickey Mantle would have turned 83 today, and Harmony Geist Memorial Field will officially turn 75 tomorrow. And happy birthday to my daughters Lisa Urick yesterday and Robin Mahalik today. Hi everybody, and welcome to Trivia Treats. And let's start this one with a trivia question for you. Who was the only Major League player ejected from a World Series game because fans were throwing objects at him? Quite a few seniors out there might know this answer, but they don't remember why. Here's the answer to that: who, when, and why. The Cardinals captured Game 7 of the World Series, drubbing the Tigers 11-0 at Navin Field in Detroit on October 9, 1934. With the score 9-0 in the 6th inning, Joe Ducky Medwick of the Cards slid hard into Detroit third baseman Marv Owen, and the two grappled briefly. When Medwick took his defensive position in left field in the bottom of the inning, angry fans pelted him with bottles and garbage. The Tigers sold the seats in left field bleachers on an unreserved general admission basis, and many fans had arrived early to obtain the choice seats, bringing their lunches with them. The remnants of the meals, including apple cores, banana peels, and chicken bones, provide a large supply of ammunition. Faced with the possibility of a riot with St. Louis holding a 9-run lead, Commissioner Kennesaw Landis removed Medwick from the game for his own safety. Now let's come forward, like 70 years to 2004. This did not happen in the World Series, but it did happen in an ALCS series. With a 19-8 pounding at the hands of the Yankees at Fenway Park, the Red Sox fell behind 3-0 in the American League Championship Series. The game was tied 6-6 at the end of 3 before the Yankees exploded for 5 runs in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 4 in the 7th for a 17-6 lead. The odds against the Red Sox appeared to be insurmountable, but the Red Sox made an unprecedented comeback to win that series. Mother of God! Previously, 26 Major League teams had lost the first 3 games of a 7-game postseason series. None had come back to win the series. In fact, none had even forced a 7th game. Finally, exactly 75 years ago tomorrow, Beeler Field in Center City was renamed and dedicated to Harmon Geiss Memorial Field on October 21st, 1939. The dedication game was played between Hazleton High School and Lancaster High. HHS won that game 31-13 to extend its winning streak to 17. Have a nice week. Till Friday, be a good sport and stay loose.
Mondays can be rough, but you can end them on a high note. Seafood night at Bottlenecks. Choose from crab, clam, shrimp, and lobster specials, such as their little neck clams in garlic butter, only $1.95 a dozen, or handmade crab cake platter for only $8.95.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, the Mock Junk Opera House will be holding a very special Frank Sinatra tribute, featuring an 8-piece orchestra on October 25th. Tickets are available by calling 570-325-0249 or by checking out mcohjt.com. And finally, the Survivors After Suicide Support Group hold their meetings the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of the month from 6 to 7:30 at Catholic Social Services in Hazleton. This is a no-fee open grief group for anyone in need of support. No sign-up or registration is necessary. For info, call 570-926-1302. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Dorothy E. Shaddy, formerly of Sawyersville. Mass is Wednesday at 10 a.m. at the St. Jude's Church. Viewing is Tuesday from 5 to 9 p.m. and Wednesday from 8:30 to 9:30 a.m. in the McCune Funeral Home. Dorothy E. Johnson of Hazleton. Funeral is Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Tuesday from 6 to 9 p.m. Richard G. Sacco of Clares. Mass is Wednesday at 11 a.m. in the Church of All Saints. Friends may call Wednesday from 10 to 11 a.m. The Stanley E. Anilowski Funeral Home is assisting the family. Mary Helen Holloman, formerly of McAdoo. Private service will be held at the convenience of the family and under the direction of the Cropton Hughes Funeral Home. John R. Quinn, Sr. of West Hazleton. Funeral is Thursday at 9:30 a.m. from the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home. Friends may call Wednesday from 5 to 8 p.m. And Leon T. Karras of Hazleton. Arrangements will be announced by the Hillary J. Bonin Funeral Home. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now for News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Karen Owens of Barnesville. Karen, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Ron Marchetti talked about the Red Sox comeback in 2004. I was at the parade that year, and I have a framed picture in my own Marchedium of this poster from Dunkin' Donuts. It says, "Kurt's got wicked hat." That's what I want to bring up right now. It's still sad the Red Sox season from this year is still in my mind. Makes me feel a bit better. We'll do this again tomorrow. I hope you had fun. Until then, take it easy, everyone.